Like, oh god, that would really suck. You want to be like a rogue, but you have, like, fake leather, I guess, allergy. So you have to buy only the really expensive shit. That's why you keep on stealing.
Or just don't buy leather.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like someone has that, but like for some like very like contrived reason, like the entire party is like a biker gang.
I feel like
It's
Tom
like you have
regrets
to wear
having me
leather.
speak at any point in time. Oh my
Yeah.
god, there's little fish floating in bubbles with this dude. Oh, that's so cute.
Man, I'm probably gonna have to start hooking up my aircon unit again at this point. Temperature's going up real quick.
It is.
Well, either way, without further ado, make sure. Yes, okay. Our band of adventurers, the Talaria, had finished their job for Olivia Vulchon, the Archmage of Lanarch. As they had prepared to set off for the capital of Port Embar, you decide to take on one last job for her. Supposedly nothing too dangerous, simply bringing information of what has happened to a gentleman called Ferrant May. With the letter in hand, you resaddled up, prepared yourself for your journey towards the capital. Hopefully, arriving there in time for Reformation Day is not Reformation Day, Foundation Day. Brain's not working properly.
Reformation Day.
It's been a while, and that is where we left off. Nice short little recap.
I can't believe we just got lore drop of a new fucking holiday.
Nope. It's a holiday called the God Among Gods has forgotten stuff and got drunk. Maybe, I don't know. So, does anyone wish to do anything in the morning, or are you just wanting to go straight through with the next day of travel?
I would like to sneak out of my tent before everybody else wakes up, go wake up Aki, and do our daily routine.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sleeping out under the stars in his bedroll, you do find Aki just fast asleep, curled up.
Hey.
Wait, are you doing this before dawn? Are you doing this before dawn?
Of course.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he probably would have like been woke. He's probably kind of a bit like doing this, like kind of used to waking up to the dawn light. It's like, yeah, he's not awake by now.
I just kick you in the side. Wake up.
What is it? What's wrong?
We're going for a run. Come on.
Oh, go. By the stars, yes. I'll do that. Okay. Give me 2 seconds to wake up. Just yeah, and he'll sort of pick himself up to his feet. Splash some water from his water skin in his face to wake him up, and then have a big old stretch and a yawn, and then say, "All right, then, lead the way."
All right. Out for a run we go. What do I need to roll, Tom?
Athletics.
Probably athletics.
What do I need to roll to make sure we don't get lost?
Survival.
Probably survival. Yeah.
Here's an athletics roll. Here's a survival.
Should I do both, or since you're leading, should we go off your survival? Because I'm sort of like following you on this run.
That's a good question. God?
We'll say we'll go with Havelock's rolls.
It's so nice that we can just be like, I don't know how this works. Jesus Christ, what do you think?
No, unfortunately, I've had my hair cut and I can't get a beard as good as his, so I can't
Fucking
rock
to
it.
roll the dice. What the hell? There we go. I think I know why.
Yeah, Frame always surprises me when he gets a fucking 25 athletics.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay. So, your morning jog goes well. Nobody gets a stitch. Everything is all. I heard someone outside there. Nothing seems to. Like you don't suffer any issues. You don't like get yourself a stitch. You don't pull any muscles. You do all right on there. You do get a little bit lost, but it only adds maybe about 5 or 10 minutes on.
Okay. Well, I had a lovely time going around that lake. I'm sure you were just admiring the scenery and not getting lost and running in circles.
It was nice. We could have gone for a swim too, but no, you don't want to get wet that early in the morning.
Since when did they say that? I would quite like the idea of a morning swim. Honestly, it'd be quite, especially at the end of a run. It'd be quite refreshing.
Oh yeah. I'm guessing we're still by the lake as we're talking. I want to try and push you into it.
Oh, okay. So you're having this conversation during it, right? Okay.
Probably like close to the end of it.
Okay. We'll say that the lake is sort of like the landmark that you use to get yourself reorientated. If that's the case, so we'll say this is trying to do a shove attack, which I think it's strength versus strength on that one. Or strength versus athletics, maybe. Let me just quickly.
Okay.
Let me just quickly double check.
What? Anna's strength versus my athletics.
Just having a quick look here. Because there is a whole shove thing. I guess that's
I mean, to
actually
be fair,
we
we're
can
not-
do.
We're not helping the gay romance rumors of like playfully shoving each other in the lake.
So at least Aki would never have to worry about Havelock like dying in the lake.
I mean, you could still drown with it while knowing how to swim.
He can breathe underwater, sweetie.
Oh, can he?
He doesn't need air.
Badass. Okay. Wait, really?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know
Havelock
this.
Havelock doesn't need air.
No.
Aki learned this when Havelock had to hide in the ocean.
Ah, okay. Fair
And
enough.
once again, when Marine and Havelock were trying to fuck with him when he was getting fish because they just stayed in the water, and he was like, no, I wouldn't have drowned. I don't drown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, it's freaking being. Oh, here we go. Let's see. So you make a athletics check against the athletics or acrobatics check of the target.
Okay.
So me athletics, him athletics or acrobatics?
Yes.
Alright.
Finally found it.
Yeah, I go in.
Big splush.
Yeah, and yeah, you go. Yeah, like you're talking. Yeah, I'm sort of saying like, yeah, I sort of go like, yes, actually, I think swimming in a lake could be quite refreshing after a morning's run. And as he just pushed me straight in.
It's cold.
Ah,
You are like it's not freezing, but it's it's autumn like temperatures.
I just like kind of lean forward, hands on knees. How's the water?
Oh fuck. Can I roll an attack spell that doesn't attack, but negate the attack? I want to use Thorn Whip to drag Havelock into the water.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. Tell you what, what's the DC on this?
It's an attack roll.
Okay.
You make an attack roll with your spellcasting modifier,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
So basically, for flavor text, you're just using regular vines, not thorny.
Yeah. I'm sort of like, yeah. You see me sort of like bob up into the water as you say. Wait, do you say how cold is it?
I would say.
No. What did Havelock say?
How's the water?
Okay, and as you say that, you see sort of a you see a vine sort of whip come out of two of Aki's fingers as he points to your legs.
Yeah, so you make a melee spell attack. If the attack hits, the creature takes damage, which we're foregoing, and if the creature's large or small, it's pulled up to 10 feet closer to you.
Okay, so attack roll is plus spellcasting, which is wisdom, so d20 plus 5?
Well, under your spells, it should say, like, spell attack bonus.
You should just be able.
Oh,
to
plus
pull out
8.
the
Okay,
spell
d20 plus
and
8, okay.
Do it, and then we just negate having damage on it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm overthinking it, sorry.
Yes, you are.
Let's-
It's okay.
Let's give it one of these.
That definitely hits. I'm fairly sure. So yeah, so you just kind of look as he sort of like reaches out, almost like he's like asking to be helped out, and as you sort of like reach forward, you see a vine sort of like whip out, wrap around your arm as he just grips it and pulls you in.
Well, you tell me.
Cold.
Yes, nice and bracing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, especially when yes, especially when one enters it without their own volition, of course.
Yeah. You think?
You know what? I've got a little bit of time this morning. I might have a bit of a swim. Do anyone left too? Just this side of the lake to the other.
Sure.
Alright.
But I can make it over there without having to come up for air.
Can't you breathe in water?
You don't know.
I don't have any proof, but last time. How about we just see who can get from the other side of the lake back here fastest, okay?
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
you can make water, can't you?
Can I? Yeah. Hold on. This is me out of
You're a
character. I don't
druid.
know-
You can create water. Even if you don't have the spell right now, technically you can.
Yeah.
If you have it prepped, basically.
Yeah.
Yes,
don't
if
have-
you have
It's always.
Which I actually don't right now. I have shape water as a cantrip.
you could literally just say, "Well, if I got a night's rest."
I've been saying, well, I wasn't expecting to have to need to create more water because surely we have enough surrounding us at this moment. So, but if you need me to do it later, I may be able to.
Maybe tomorrow. I just wanted to wake everybody up to the nice, gentle sound of rain pattering on their tents.
I would hate that.
Right?
Doesn't only Mev have a tent? Everyone else sleeps outdoors.
Yes.
Sucks for them.
So you would
While
have.
he's thinking
So you'd
about
have me. Pardon? Yeah.
While he's talking and thinking about that, I want to try and get a head start on the swim.
Okay. Aki,
Wouldn't that require like a stealth?
It's very difficult to be stealthy in water.
You could do it.
I would say if you're going to do that, stealth
Oh,
with
dear.
disadvantage. Just because, again,
That's fair.
it's water.
Have you never been ambushed by someone in the water, Thomas?
Normally, though, they're staying still.
Not true. My sister is, well, she's a lifeguard, so she's a fantastic fucking swimmer. But she ambushes people all the time. She like hurdles at them.
Also, I'm getting our bad luck rolls out of the way. Thank you. You're welcome.
And Aki will see you. Will see, we'll look at you trying to sneak off, and then go, do I beat this level of wasteful right now? It's fun, fuck it. He just says, well, and he said like, well, dear Havelock, if underhanded tactics are on the cards for this, I will have to use one of my own, and I will use wild shape and turn into a fish.
Oh, you bastard.
Okay, there isn't a sheet for a fish, so I'm just going to quickly. That's definitely not a fish.
Hold on. Let me look at the D&D monsters 5e monsters list. There must be a fish.
There's fish. There's kinds of fish.
Tell you what, I'll have a look at the list and I'll name a fish
Okay.
that I specifically turn into. Oh, Thomas Christ.
I
Whatever
mean,
it is, you'll probably have a swim speed of 30 or 40.
That-
So, I mean, it doesn't matter.
the thing is that I'm seeing like one fish here that's got a swim speed of 50.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is it a fish that Aki would know of to turn into?
You know what? I got an idea. Even though he can't actually turn into one, let's see just how fast a shark is and base it on that.
No, I can't bait one yet.
You can't, but I mean, technically a reef shark you could turn into. Wait, what's your chance? You can turn into things at a challenge rating of like a half, right?
Yeah, it's half or lower.
Okay, we'll use the reef shark stuff for this one because that's a half or lower one. So you have a swim speed of 40.
Oh, sweet. We are evenly matched in that.
Okay, and then I will, as a reef shark, I guess now, I will dash forward.
I would like to dash, and then once he gets closer to finishing, I want to Eldritch Blast him.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, you guys are neck and neck. So. Okay,
God damn it.
make an attack roll with. Are you. Wait, you're not. Because the thing is, with underwater combat. I mean, technically, it's. One sec. I need to check if there's any rules for combat in the water. I wasn't expecting this so quickly.
This is stupid.
When you make a melee attack, ranged attack, even against normal. Okay, no, it's fine. It's only melee attack stuff they're referring to on that one.
I didn't really even say that in rhythm. Sorry, thanks. This is stupid.
Okay, so you want to Eldritch Blast Aki.
Oh, okay.
Eldritch Blast the shark.
Oh,
Okay. What's that? Thrown. Okay, don't say anything about spells, so I'm just going to say spells are a bit of an exception to this one. So just make a normal attack roll.
hold on. What's the DC on a shark?
The AC of a shark is 12.
Oh dear. This could be bad. Oh, I never did how many hit points I have. Hold on. I'll go with the 22.
Okay. Yeah, so,
Make it easy.
So make your
Have
attack
one
roll, Saplock.
thing. Plus 4. 10?
Misses.
Can I? Somatic is like gestures, right?
Yes.
Am I allowed to cast spells
You
as
can't
You
cast
can't yet.
spells
Not
in your
yet.
wild shape.
Shit.
I think that's like a 16th level ability.
Ah, shit. And the only attack I have is bite. I don't want to fucking take out one of Havelock's calf muscles. I'll ignore the I'll ignore the Eldritch Blast and just keep charging forward in my shark-like way.
Just keep swimming.
Okay, yeah, you, based on the fact that Havelock had to use his action to cast Eldritch Blast, you get ahead and stay ahead up until the end,
Nice.
since Havelock said it's right before he gets to the end, so...
Yeah, and then sort of as he I come to the other side of the lake, Aki will sort of like come out of the water and start like skidding, and then start skidding on the ground, and then skidding in the ground off the lake as he transforms back into his normal self.
There's a few seconds where you sort of like breathe in and you realize that you can't breathe. But then
Yeah.
there's a transformation actually starts to take hold, and enough of you changes back to your human self. You're able to breathe again.
Yeah, I'm not getting mouth to mouth.
You knave, have a look.
Yeah. What about it, fish boy?
Well, you were cheating. I had to make sure that I came out on top. I had to delve into your playbook.
You want to know a really fun fact about that form you just took?
Hold on. Was the reef shark is the symbol of the needles? Is it called the pirate band you're running?
No, you had two dicks for a good minute there.
Also, the needles is Mev's thing, and their symbol is not a shark
Okay.
at all.
He couldn't remember what your symbol was, and so kind of went like, you know what's funny? And I was like, oh, she's a pirate, maybe. I don't know. And Aki just looks. Aki just looks very sort of bemused, and just goes, "Not sure that's all that fun, but I honestly didn't know that about sharks. Do they really have two penises? You're just having me on."
No, I mean, you can go back. I'll bring you back into the water if you want to check it out for yourself.
Oh my god.
Moving on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Back to camp.
Yeah. I was like, I'll take your word for it, but I don't exactly have a track record of trustworthiness, but I'll be the benefit of the doubt here. Come on, hold on, let me just, I can use control, shape water to get the water off. To basically dry me and Havelock, yeah?
Yeah, we agreed on that a while back.
I'm checking, yeah. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So I sort of, we both pick each other up and go like, I go to Havelock and go, all right, and I go like, just hold there a moment, and you watch as literally all the water on you just there just flows straight down your body and onto the ground, and now you stand there bone dry. And Hacky does the same thing to himself. There we go, just so we're not traipsing wet clothes and smelling of dogs left out in the rain. Come on. I trust you know the way back, yes?
Yes.
You want
Havelock
to
confidently says walking in the opposite direction. The wrong way first.
And yeah, Aki just goes, Havelock.
Hmm?
We passed that tree, and he points to the direction we came.
Right. That way!
There's a good man. And he'll follow after you.
Okay. So, you return to camp just a little bit before everyone else finishes waking up. Is there anything anyone wants to do before setting off, or do you want to just go for rollies?
We making breakfast?
I would assume that's already happened, or that's
Okay.
happening.
Yeah, I would imagine since Havelock isn't here that Kinling's probably dealing with it and Mev's like hovering over him. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, my throat's been fucked up. I'm not sure if I could do the Mev voice, but I'm gonna try. Are you sure that you know what you're doing? Well, I just thought, because you're you, can't you, like, eat things that aren't cooked? I know that we have to cook meat and stuff, but can you do that? Okay. Okay, if you know what you are doing. It's better than Noreen. I mean, I don't even think Noreen can taste. Are you gonna say anything, Dom? I thought that you were opening your mic to do that.
No, I just chuckled a bit at that.
Okay. Would have been good at the time. Was it that bad? Oh, you know what we can eat raw, though? We can prepare some fish raw. That's commonly what we did on the ship. Well, yeah, I think Aki has a fishing pole. We can catch some sometime, and I could show you how. And Mev, like, looks around and sees Havelock and Aki coming up. There you two are. Where have you been?
Oh, just,
Gay shit.
I thought that's
Well-
what you would say.
if you count morning exercises, particularly gay, then yes, gay shit.
Yeah, Mev just looks at the two of you, and you notice she looks happy, but definitely she's got that bruise on her face. Okay, well, I hope that it was very fun. Kindling is almost done cooking, so I don't think you have to do anything today, Havelock.
Oh, alright, that's fine. I gotta recover after someone whipped me.
Ooh, you whipped him? Spicy.
Very spicy.
No, it was nothing like that. It wasn't a whip. It was more of a yank, so to speak.
Yank.
Yes, I yanked him off his feet and into the water. Oh, yes. Part of the running group this morning went by the lake near here where I got last night to dinner. This cow and a blackguard pushed me in. And so, for a taste of his own medicine, I wrapped a vine round his arm and pulled him in. So, not technically whipped, more, yes, yanked, yes. Well,
You
yes,
know
but the
Yeah.
gods do that bath for me.
Buddy.
What were we going to say, Anna?
You're right, Kindling. He can't even draw a bath. It's so sad. I have to push him into the water to get him started.
Well, is there anything I can do before you set off? You're in the middle of breakfast, yes?
That's right. We are, busy preparing everything, I suppose. We're almost done.
All right. Fair enough, I guess. Have a look. If you're up for a bit more exercise, you would help me load up the cart.
Sounds like fun. Mev, you wanna help us out with that?
I can do that. And, she will go ahead and head over to the pair of you.
So, you... I'd say just because it's not particularly physically strenuous, you are able to pack up everything in the cart. The meal is complete and is eaten, clearly. And so, you all head off for the next day of your journey. So, who wants to roll for today?
Is it what you're rolling?
You would just be rolling a d6.
Go on as the carriage wrangler. I guess I'll roll. Yay!
Okay.
I'm the winner.
So, your journey through the wilderness is mostly uneventful. You see a few grazing deer nearby, which flee as you get close. You see a handful of people on horseback that are sort of traveling to and from at speed, based on the sort of like packs that they have. You can only assume they may be like couriers, potentially. But your next day's journey is completely uneventful.
With a natural one?
Yes.
Worrisome.
Makes me scared for what we'll see on a 6.
Can I roll?
Well, so are you like going straight into the next day? Or...
I imagine we'd be going straight into the next day for now.
Okay. If that's the case, before the next day, as you all settle in for the next night of your journey, one small question here. Havelock, would you rather this be with everyone or in the secret chat?
Ooh.
Secret.
I see.
Actually,
Secret.
no, wait. Public chat's fine. I need somebody to take notes.
Hold on, I need to catch up on the gay shit we had this morning.
Well, if you don't want everyone to know, why not just take someone with you?
I nominate Peach.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna do Ed, but okay.
No, you're the note taker now.
I thought you were going to take me as well.
Okay, fine. Ed, come on. Peach, stay here. Get some
Yay!
rest.
Go on.
Best friend.
Okay. And in they go, and off I go.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm not here. I don't exist.
You are the ethereal note taker for the party.
Actually, we can just have him be Daz for now. Daz, take note.
Is this a good doll's voice? Does that work?
Yeah, it works.
Yes.
Although I will say Daz isn't around with what's happening here.
Oh, alright, bye then.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to figure out which music track to go with for this. Yeah, let's go with
Oh
mystery.
man,
Let's go
is
with-
Roll20 gonna play music for me today?
Let's go with the mystery track. So,
Okay.
Havelock.
Mm-hmm.
As sleep takes you, you settle in and drift off into your dreams.
Mhm.
And then you hear something familiar. It's the ocean. But that can't be right. You're miles from the ocean. How could that... You open up your eyes and you observe the horizon. The hills are gone. The cart is gone. Your friends are gone. All you see is an expanse of darkness. No stars, no moons. Just blackness. Barring a thin line. As you look down, you can see you're on a beach with the ocean lapping against your legs. You strain your ears over the sound of the waves. You can hear something very, very faintly.
I'd like to go closer into the water.
Okay. You start to head into the water. It's up to your ankles, your knees. You pause when it gets up to your chest. The whispering is still as faint as you heard it. Do you keep going?
Yes.
You let the waves go over your head as you keep walking. You begin to swim a little bit for increased speed. And as you sort of stop, you look around. You're surrounded by darkness. You look back to the direction you just came. There is no more beach. You're just... There's nothing around you. The whispering now is louder, audible. She sings him, no, cannot distract, must stay slumbered, he follows, she works. Do you do anything?
I'd like to call out, is somebody out there?
Tom,
Yes?
just for my notes, what were those whispers again?
I'll just DM you it after.
Dankeschön.
I'll afterwards just tell me which bits you didn't hear, and I'll DM the bits I've got in my notes just to avoid the.
The bits right now, to be honest.
Okay. The whispering stops, and then again the whispering begins, louder this time. He calls, she answers, cannot, not long, not ready. She goes, must stay, call her, deny him, call her. Not long. The whispering ceases. The water around you seems to almost shake. A rumbling noise overwhelms you. And ahead of you, a large tendril, almost the size of a house, appears from the darkness. And another around you. And soon you're surrounded by 8 of them, all lazily floating about. You look down to see where it might connect, but you see nothing, just consumed in the darkness.
I would like to try and swim downwards.
You swim down.
Towards the
You
darkness.
start swimming down. You feel like you're moving, but as you look, the tentacles are in the same position that they were previously. After a few seconds, you hear a voice, almost overwhelming as it vibrates through the water. Child.
Mother?
Child, I am so sorry that I have not been able to speak with you.
Haven't talked to me in months. What happened?
I know that your heart yearns for my presence, yet my work gives me but moments to do so. The distance, the great expanse.
Why have you called for me now, then?
Because your heart yearned for my presence.
Havelock just, rubs the back of his neck. You're kind of hiding from me, you know?
It is not my intention. As I say, my work gives me but moments to speak with you.
Is there any work I can do to help you? To give you more time?
You're not ready to know of my work yet. To know so soon would be your doom. Stay vigilant. Become stronger. Help your friends. And maybe there'll be a time where we could talk longer. But know that even if you cannot hear me, or see me, or hear, know that my gifts mean that I will be watching. Always, child.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You hear the whispers again. He stirs, he awakes, must return, must continue duty. The Queen of the Seas sighs. Alas, it appears my work beckons once more, and one's eyes begin to take notice. Stay vigilant. Become stronger. Less what you see around you becomes your reality of desolation and death. You watch as the tentacles slowly pull back into the darkness.
And I try and dash over to one to try and give it a hug.
Roll a d20 for me.
Nine?
Unfortunately, you sort of reach out, and just as you're about to grasp the tip of it, it pulls further under. You're left in the inky blackness. The whispers begin again, continuing with what was said before you called out. She sees him, no, cannot distract, must stay slumbered, he follows, she works. The sound of the water in your ears gradually fades. Now just blink once, twice. On the third blink, your eyes open to the sun rising. You're back in the cart after having a full night's rest. Alright, we can move back into the main chat now.
Yeah! Hey, Ed, you got those?
Hold on, I'm muted. Am I muted?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's specifically the whispers. Okay.
Yeah, the whispers. Like, I got pretty much all of the Queen of the Seas conversation.
Yeah,
And
good.
you yourself don't know any of this information anymore.
No, I don't. I know.
Okay, give me a
Thank you
sec.
for being my fly on the wall.
It's alright, love.
Okay.
God,
we're-
I can't believe you just said that to me without saying no hetero.
Let's see.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that as Aki. I said that as Ed, your friend.
I know.
There we go.
That's
Okay,
why I said
so
no
there's,
hetero. It's
so
no
there's,
homo for them.
so there's the three sets.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
I will
Tom.
back
copy
into the
this
session
down.
chats.
Lovely, lovely.
Goodbye, everyone. It was nice
Bye.
talking to you. Fucking. Huh. Havelock, just don't fucking wake up. You fucking dead now.
Yeah, so after the rocks fell and Havelock died,
Yeah.
He got what Katie almost had. He got the comatose.
You wake up to find Havelock, to find a crease now just petrified in stone.
Wow.
no,
You don't.
no, you all wake up. Yeah, you just had a good night's rest. That's it.
Nice.
Ah, sleep, our favorite.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yay, Sasquatch didn't come and take anyone.
Are you sure?
So
We didn't roll for who was watching.
So, going back to what we were saying with the day 3. So, who wants to roll the d6 this time?
Me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Roll again.
Wildcats were trying to get out.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's queen.
Okay. So, you continue on with your travel. You start to head over several little... I guess, yeah, streams would be the right word for them. I know that's a fancy way of saying it, but I'm just going to say streams. I think it's tributaries? No, like the small bits with that go from rivers, which it's like, I know it's stream,
River veins.
Estuary, gully,
but I think it was like tributaries or something like that.
tributary.
Tributaries.
Tiny waterways.
Yes. They
They're called
start
genesis.
they start to pepper the various areas of the land.
Pepper.
Some of them do turn into full form rivers. Partway through your journey, the bridge that is for that river is destroyed. And as such, it delays you for a day as you search to find a bridge that does work.
You're gonna regret this, Tom. How is it destroyed?
It's difficult to say. Parts of it is sort of like fragmented. You're not too sure if it's a case of something had collided with it or it had been like maliciously broken.
Are there people here, like, watching it? Are there people repairing it?
There's nobody that's there repairing it. There is like a lone guard, like Zamhan guard. He's just like
How deep and wide is the water?
Also, Tom,
yes.
I can freeze water, can't I?
It's not going to be able to sustain the weight of a cart.
Yeah.
But he does have 2 people that can breathe in the water,
3.
so we could attempt to lead it forward.
If you want
in this
to, if you want to
route.
go across it, fine, but you will lose the cart.
Are you sure? Because
Yes.
Marine's a very heavy man.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, what
Yes,
I was
Oregon
going-
Trail is shit.
What I was going to say is, can we ask the guard then, if there is a bridge nearby or another route that we could take, so that we're not just wandering?
Yeah, there is. If you go further up the river, there's a another bridge leading onwards. It's quite a distance away because it goes to one of the smaller towns. But if you go across there and turn back around and follow the river downstream, you'll get here no problem.
And how long do you suppose that will take to get up there?
Couple of
An
hours.
estimate of time?
Couple of hours probably.
Alright. Unfortunate, but okay. Thank you.
Just the guard continues to stand there, and so like if any people like show up, you like hear him yell over. It's like, no, go upstream. There's a bridge there you can use to get across.
Right. We're gonna, guess, go upstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does delay you for a day.
Man. So yeah, I get, yeah. Is it rougher terrain going up the stream, or is it? Kind of like...
basically you're going through rough terrain, which is part of the
Okay.
thing that slows you down, and obviously it's a big detour. So it accumulates to a loss of a day.
That's
I mean,
really-
we technically gained a day, so
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah,
back
sure.
on
Still a
track.
long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think, let's see, it is currently, I would assume that some of you would, like your characters would know, like the date roughly. It is currently the 12th of Four Leaf, and Foundation Day is the 19th, if I remember correctly.
Okay, we got a couple of days.
You got time. Me when I've got time.
Yay.
In fact, I can open my notepad and re-find it. But yeah, if you guys don't want to do anything like in the evening, then we can roll straight into the next day, which would be someone rolling a d20 again.
I think that's up to Anna. I mean, she's the only one that had a particular event occur.
I have nothing to do with anyone.
Alright.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Foundation Day is the 19th.
Yeah, I can corroborate that. She doesn't.
So yeah, so you've still got a full week.
Lovely.
So don't delay yourself by a whole bunch. But okay, if that's the case, then who's gonna roll for this day?
Can I?
Sure, go ahead.
D6.
Yep.
I mean,
4.
technically, we have 4 days.
Okay. Roll another d6 for me then, Havelock.
Oh god. 2.
Okay. So, you... Alright, I just forgot to have this music playing. We can get away from that music. And go back to our peaceful music. For now.
There is no peace.
For now.
There is no war in passing say.
Ah yes, Reapers. We've dismissed this rumor. So, you continue on with your travels. About halfway through the day, you can see there is a car just a little bit off to the side. A horse is sort of like got a saddle and such, the saddle used for carts and such, it's sort of like grazing nearby. But the cart itself, you can see, has had some heavy damage to its back wheels.
Their unfortunate soul. Mev will look to Aki, I believe, who had mending.
I don't have mending.
No.
I don't
It must have
think
been
so.
Kodo. Because we met someone in a similar pickle.
Yeah, I don't have mending, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Do you think we can help them this time? I don't think we have the same material we did before.
No, we don't have the same lumber. Although, do we have if the... No, we don't have any spare lumber, a way to help them. I don't think I can change the wheel on a cart.
I
mean-
don't really think so either.
I mean, you don't actually see, like, the owners of the cart at the moment, anyway.
If that's the case, I say we go a little bit further and see if we can actually see if there's anyone there. Can I make, like, a perception check?
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Do you need me helping? Because I'd probably be looking as well.
You can
No,
do
well-
your own.
Okay, I'd be looking as well. Okay.
Not
With my fucking eyes of Sauron.
bad.
17.
Okay. So, you hear before you see.
Okay.
It's raised voices. You can tell one is male, the other is female. It's a little bit difficult to tell because, like, the echo from everything, but eventually as you get closer, you start hearing, "And I told you we should have gotten an extra wheel. Oh, yeah, get an extra wheel. When we got 2 of them that are fucked up. That's not the point, Skolerneg. Just fucking... Look, we need to think of something here." So, do you guys do anything as you're hearing this this yelling?
Mev will look to the party in kind of a, like, should we help him? Kind of way.
I mean, I don't think we have the equipment to repair their cart. We could... Do we have room in this one if any of the left into town?
We have a pretty small cart. We could try to hook them up together and pull it.
With 2 broken wheels?
That is the problem. You know what? Why don't we offer them a ride to the next town? And they can get some help there.
Yes, I think that works.
Mev nods. And she
Indeed.
will call over, waving her hand. Hello? Hello? Do you need some help?
the arguing stops for a second, and you sort of, I assume at this point you sort of like pulled up alongside the broken cart,
Mm-hmm.
and so you sort of like see someone like stick their head from the other side. You can see at this point it's a dwarf, like fiery red head of hair, long like sleek beard. He's got like misty grayish eyes as he's just looking. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What?
Do you need some help?
If you're offering, one second. Badiri, hey, yeah, we got some people here. Oh, I don't know what they said they're gonna help. And at this point, the dwarf like sort of like walks in. You see he's wearing rather conventional tunic. And then another one comes out, also a dwarf. This one has sort of like short-cut blonde hair. I think I already said like also a dwarf. With sort of like light blue eyes, wearing just a simple dress. It's like, oh well, some people have actually shown up to give us a helping hand. Hey, could you help me get my husband's fake head in order?
Well, I am ever there, and these are my friends. We are at the Talaria. I noticed that both of your wheels are broken.
Yeah, I might have thought about taking a detour, and he hit rocks. You know the phrase "kick rocks"? He hit rocks.
Well, we unfortunately don't have an extra wheel, but we could take you to the next town so that you can get some help there.
You mean the next town here is Embar? So you taking us all the way to the capital?
Willing to do that, but I'm not sure if we could take your cart.
So like you saw like you see the male dwarf so like look at your cart and like compare it to this like I could make something work. Oh, don't be stupid. No. It's simple. I just hitch it up on the back end so that look, we take these wheels off, hitch it up there. It's not going to be comfy, but it'll work. You break that cart, you're paying for it. Do you mind if I mess with your cart? Just to hook mine up.
I think that's okay. Go ahead.
Right, okay. He sort of like begins to sort of like drag the cart, and you can see like this dwarf like he's not particularly muscular, but he at least has enough there to move the like the cart about with the front two wheels. He sort of like has it held above his head. He sort of like directs it so the broken wheels are closest to the back end of your cart. As a female dwarf sort of like just climbs in and basically makes herself at home. Yeah. Thank you very much, darling.
Oh, no problem. Besides, if he breaks our cart, we'll be okay.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah, like 80% sure he'll be fine.
So what's your name?
Oh, Bedini Hornhood. That oaf right there is my husband, Skorneg.
Well, it is very, very nice to meet you and your oaf head.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Oh no, don't apologize. It's true after all.
What exactly are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, we were returning home from Embar. We were visiting some friends over in Lanarch, but we obviously want to get back before Foundation Day, so we set off and You know, small and stupid over here thought that he could take a shortcut, which fucked up our cart.
Sometimes these things happen. You think that you know the route, and all of a sudden you don't know the route.
She sort of like leans in and sort of like brings it down to a whisper. To be fair, I thought it was a good idea too, but don't let him know that.
Well, I'm very happy that we are able to assist you and bring you home. We were actually in Lenarch just a little bit ago.
Oh, where are you?
Yeah, we left only a couple of days ago. We were, doing some jobs there for the Archmage.
Oh, the Archmage. I heard that she's a lovely lady.
She's really nice.
Eventually, Skroneg gets the cart as hooked up as he can. It's a lot of ropes. But he essentially ropes it up to like some of the posts on the back part of your cart. So while it definitely doesn't look like it'd be a comfortable ride in the back in like the broken coach, it's not gonna fall away. And then with what rope he's got left, he ties a steed to one of the posts as well. So you have a horse that's sort of like moving alongside it.
Nice. Okay. It's a good thing that they have a horse, so that our horse doesn't have to haul 2 fucking carts at once.
That would be mean. Poor Crispy.
All set up? All good?
Yep, it's should work.
Alright, go ahead and hop in, and I think we're ready to go. And she looks at Aki.
Yes, are you sure it's all stable back there? I don't want them tumbling over and meeting a sticky end.
I mean, if the cart goes, then the cart goes.
Better the cart than the people.
I suppose. I'll just go a little bit more gently and a little bit calmer, just to be safe.
Oh, what? You don't trust me craftsmanship?
I have no reason to doubt it, sir. It's just it's not exactly what this cart was designed to do. Was haul another one behind it.
That's fine. Probably.
Right.
Which, with your passive perception, you hear that.
That's like I'll be holding that probably to account later. Right, let's get going, and I will. And I will. What do you call it? Like, what do you call it? When you make a horse go.
Gallop?
Well, that's a horse speed.
Yeah.
Trot?
I'll set.
Canter?
I'll set Crispy going. And off we trot.
Okay. Went through like 5 different horse speeds there, but
Yeah, there's a bunch.
next thing you know, you're going to say that you get Crispy to go prancing. Anyway. So yeah, so the remainder of your day is uneventful, beyond just having pleasant conversation with the Hornhoods. You learn that Scornegg is actually a carpenter. Who,
Nice.
Which is part of the reason why he like the cart himself is one that he built himself, and he mentions as well. And maybe you got a bit ahead of me. I thought the wheels would have been stronger. Yes, and now that we've learned, what does that mean? Make sure we got spare wheels, and make sure we just go the regular path instead of shortcuts. Good.
Well,
But you can't deny that it was a good idea to begin with. Yes. And then we lost both our wheels with no replacements. I've already said that. Well, I get it, right? Jeez.
Poor guy.
You can kind of get the feeling, just based on how they're talking, that it's less of a actual angry kind of deal, and it sort of devolved
Yeah.
down into just ribbing on him.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like you can see, Skornek does have like the slightest of smiles on it.
No.
Alright.
But the remainder of your day is uneventful.
Fantastic.
So, again, does anyone do anything in the night, or do we just want to roll over to the possible final day of travel?
How does the bruise on Mev's face look?
Now,
Yeah.
it's still there, but it's definitely healing.
Okay. So, I think... Can I use one of my Balm of the Summer Court to make it, like, fully heal?
I want to see why not, but that's if Mev is fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Consent.
Oh, thank you. I know it's important. Leave me alone. Yeah, and so basically, well, like, yeah, as we're sort of getting to as we sort of come to a halt in our camping stuff, as everyone's climbing off, I just go, you know what, hold there for a second, Mevela.
What are you doing?
And Aki and Aki will just sort of just like point his point a finger at the bruise on your face, and you basically feel a sensation of, it almost feels like sort of like a hot water bottle against your cheek where the bruise is,
Mm-hmm.
and basically it completely heals, like it's back to normal.
You didn't have to do that.
Well, I didn't want you suffering in silence, and besides, it looks better that way. It's one last thing to for your mind to not be worrying about.
It was just a bruise. I mean, I didn't really even sting when it happened, and by this time it was, turning purple and green.
Do you want a big purple and green blotch on your face?
It makes me look a little bit rowdier, rough and tumble.
What's the aim of looking rowdy and rough and tumble among friends? Just in case any of them try to start a fight with you or act traitor?
No, it's just something that looks cool.
I mean, I'm not the best at giving them out, but I can try giving it back to you.
Don't worry about it. I'm not mad that you did it. It's just save it for when when my stomach gets ripped open and I am bleeding out my organs. Blah.
Aki, you see Aki almost have like a horrified expression of that, of your reenactment, basically, and just goes, well, if that comes to pass, I'll make sure what is meant for the interior is put back there. But my powers can be used on wounds both grievous and minor, so don't worry. Just healing a bruise is the littlest I can do.
Yeah, but what if we are attacked in the middle of the night by those fish people again, and then all of a sudden, you have to heal us, but you can't because you healed my little baby bruise.
I have lots more of my magics in reserve. I didn't waste all that much to heal one paltry bruise. Don't worry.
Whatever you say, but I think those resources are important, Aki.
Making sure my friends aren't in pain is important to me as well.
So really, this is because you are a big softy.
Did I ever come across as a hardy?
not the word I would use. You came across as an asshole.
Okay, fair, but like a harmless asshole, yes?
Like a... If they get themselves killed, they get themselves killed kind of asshole. So technically harmless, but also not exactly nice.
Aki looks honestly quite hurt by that. And just goes, well, I apologize for leading you on for seeing me in that regard. I'm sorry.
Oh, I realized that you were really nice a while ago. I'm just saying. That was my original interpretation.
Yes. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Well, it's still warrants recompense, I suppose.
Mev smiles at him. Did I hurt your feelings by saying that?
Not too severely. It's just I don't like people thinking of me as some big, horrible, heartless, meanie bobini pants, you know?
Don't worry, I definitely do not think of you like that. I think
Alright.
you are, very, very sweet.
Thank you.
And also
I know,
very neurotic.
And I know inside your exterior beats a heart of a terrifying, vicious Wolverine. Bruise or no bruise.
Wolverine.
And yeah, I think out of that he'll clamber down from the driver's seat and start, I guess, making camp.
I just imagined Aki, like, giving Mev back the bruise while also healing at the same time, just like grab him by the head and go, here, Summer's bomb. Just a Summer's bomb at the exact same time.
Yeah. Pretty much just like, okay, whatever you want, and he gives you like a punch literally just weak enough to cause a little bit of a mark, and he goes, oh no, I hated that, I'm so sorry, and he heals you back.
That's some shit that Mev, that Nem would do.
What?
Slap you to heal you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she did at one point.
I'm very sure that she did.
Anyway, so, as mentioned, your final day of travel, or potential final day, who's going to roll the d6?
Who hasn't yet?
I thought Anna wanted to roll it.
I already did.
Yeah, Kim
One
wants to
day.
roll.
I had to roll it twice.
Okay. So, the last part of your journey is mostly uneventful. The crowds of people begin to sort of increase as you get closer to the capital of Embar. The roads themselves also begin to become paved. The hills become more shallow. Actually, at a few points, you swear you see the ocean, or the horizon at the very least. After maybe an hour or so, the hills sort of like peel away enough that you can see that, you can see the horizon. The ocean as well. It's still far, but it's within eyesight at this point. The horizon is almost broken outside of a large landmass, and significantly closer to that, still taking a good part of the horizon, is a large city. Mevelair and Havelock, given that you are native to Karmora, you recognize the city instantly. This is Port Embar, the capital of Karmora, and the helm of the Republic. You continue to make your way through the various roads as they all converge into what, again, Havelock and Mevelair would know, is the Keelway, the main arterial road for the city. Though you can see that the road branches off in a few directions, should you choose to come in through any way other than the main entrance.
Okay. Wait, so are we now, like, at the gates of Port Embar?
No, you're still approaching the city itself, but on the Keelway, which is this large paved road, you can see that it sort of like branches off in various different directions. You see a handful of them sort of almost head around nearer to the side and the back of the city.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you decide you'd rather go through that way as opposed to through the Keelway, that's entirely down to you.
Oh, yeah, no, go on. Go on, Mev.
First of all, I'm gonna tuck my pirate shit away. Because I'm pretty sure that this place is gonna be lined with, fucking police.
Oh, yeah, that is a point, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my pirate shit away. And
Yeah, we're looking for a missing, incredibly expensive pride of the Navy. You there, pirate? Do you know where it is?
Yep. Would I know of, like, I imagine since this is the capital that the gates are probably guarded?
Yes. Not only that, but you know, even though you can't really properly make it out, you know that the outer walls have like several towers.
Mhm.
It's almost like spider legs or like crab legs coming out of the main walls. And on each tower, there's usually a form of defense, typically trebuchets or catapults or just general guards. The inland area is heavily guarded, being the capital.
Okay, then would I know the place to go, essentially that, like, is the gate would be more lenient, less likely to, inspect us, I suppose. I doubt we have anything horrible. Looks at Havelock. But I just don't feel like being arrested.
Thanks for calling me the horrible thing in the cards.
I mean, there is, you know that there is a district that's actually outside of the walls, the Shell District, which tends to cover the more agricultural stuff. It is split in two as there's significant distance from it and the Keelway. In terms of like getting into the city, unfortunately, the three main districts that you can get into through there are considered rather important.
Okay.
Out of the three, probably going through the eastern side of the city into the Brazier District, which is sort of like the industrial heart of the city.
And then, once again, I'm going to assume that I know people here.
Yeah. I mean, Havelock would know as well, given he's
Yes,
been here a
Havelock
few
too.
times.
I'm more so just thinking of my good reputation. Would I know who would be willing to take us in? Like, what district they'd be in?
I think it'd be easy if I just said, like, all the various taverns and inns that you're aware of.
Yeah.
Because those are ones which you would probably have a decent idea on. They would take you in without, questioning much. The only ones that you know like, you know of a few that are in the Cirrus district, but you also know that's where the rich bastards are.
Yeah, we don't want to go there. Fuck that.
So you know, in the Shell district, there's a tavern called the Lost Boots. The Brazen district actually doesn't have any inns because it's purely an industrial area. Same with the Coin district, which is the area that runs directly down the Keelway. As I said, even though you've never been to it, you know that there is an inn in the Cirrus district called Helm of the House. There's a sort of general residential area, which is simply called the Living Quarters, that has the Maiden's Head Inn. There's the Fleet District, which is basically the dock areas. That has an inn and a tavern, the Grey Winds and the Salty Brine. And then the other district is the Command District, which you keep very far away from because that is where the Zamahan's military central HQ is.
Yep. Okay. So I know where the rich tattletales are, and I know where the fucking horrible police are. Okay.
Wait, which one's the tavern and which one's the inn between the Grey Winds and the Salty Brine?
The Grey Winds is the inn. The Salty Brine is a tavern.
Thank you.
Okay. Then we will go ahead and head into the I suppose the industrial district, just because that's safest.
Okay. So I assume you direct Aki through to the Brazier district?
Yeah.
I'm guessing, like... yeah, I guess I'm going to turn and go like, wait, so you want to go through this one very specific part of town?
Mm-hmm.
You do know it's all the way on the other side of the route, yes? The way we came.
And we're here.
Yeah, so why don't we just go through the nearest gate?
Because some gates are easier.
Easier for you, perhaps? You're worried about guards, aren't you?
Mev looks at him and for once, Aki knows Mev's shtick. Like, so you can tell, although she's being playful about this, she's making it very obvious that she is bullshitting. She like bats her eyelashes at you. No, why would you ever think that? Why would I be worried about that?
Can I? I'm just gonna roll a quick. Can I roll a quick perception check?
Sure.
I just want to see if I've clocked that Mev's no longer wearing her armband.
Okay. Say generally, yeah.
13?
Yeah, you'd notice she's not wearing her armband, and in fact, a lot of her clothes have been altered to look a little bit more professional.
Okay. So you wouldn't... So it's basically just personal preference then? You wouldn't mind if I, for instance, went up to a guard and told them exactly who each and every one of us are?
I wouldn't do that, Aki. She says that very bluntly.
I have my suspicions. Okay. As you like it, we'll go through your particular favorite gate, and he'll start heading towards the gate that leads into the Brazier district.
Okay. Which your other two passengers are sort of like Skorneg seems to be happy about that. Bedini a little less so. But it's like, Well, no, because that way we can take it over to the foundry and get it repaired. Yes, but it's a long walk. You can hop off here and walk the rest of the way. She just hits him in his arm.
We could always drop off your husband and take you to the residential.
Oh, that's very kind, but no, I think I agree with my husband this time. It's probably best we get this cart either repaired or scrapped. Thinking probably the latter. Oh, come on, it's a fixer-upper. It's lost 2 of its wheels. Yeah, but
Oh, but I'm a fixer-upper. Will you guys be okay for that? Can you afford another cart?
Well, I build it in me spare time. Should be easy enough. Should be easy enough to get the wood and such. Just need to probably buy some metal wheel parts for it.
Alright, as long as you're alright.
Yeah, no, I trust him. Don't trust him driving the thing, but I trust him to make it sound.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you make your way.
How is their ride back? Like the cart, their cart hasn't broken up, or like they aren't looking all like frazzled and their spines have cracked or anything, right?
Having a quick look over. I mean, you're not that good at carpentry, but yeah, the only damage that seems to be with the cart is the 2 wheels. Like the axles look like they're in a good state. The actual body seems fine. It generally just looks like maybe he hit a rock too hard in such a way that it shattered the wheels.
All right. Just wondering.
Yeah. But eventually you make your way into the Brazier District. The checks, as everyone's meant to, is relatively quick. You don't have a whole lot with you that arouses any kind of suspicion. Honestly, the thing that they find a bit weirder is just the fact that you've got a broken cart on the back of your cart, which is gonna just points out like, it's delivery for some scrap. That's all. Right. Okay. Just lets them through.
You hear in your head, Aki, see, even normal people lie to the cops.
Yeah, Aki. What's the telepathic version of rolling your eyes?
You can picture the image in your head, and she'll see it.
It does a run, and it's just 2 disembodied eyes just rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's kind of based off like initiative and what your mind's doing. You do just picture 2 eyeballs like rolling down a slope like they're marbles.
Because of this, in your head, you just see Mev's fucking like, what's the word? Coquettish smile.
Meth head Mev.
Not that coquettish.
Coquettish.
No, coquettish. Coquette.
That's what. Yeah, coquettish. Yeah, sort of like. Yeah, wry, sort of bit flirty kind of thing. Yeah. I get
Yeah.
I know what she means.
Well, of course you know what you means. You actually did good in English.
Ah.
All right. So I think I'll say aloud to her. I'll go like, so, this was your neck of the woods. Where are we going?
Oh, I mean, if you're looking for a place to stay, we've got room.
We don't want to put you under too much hardship.
Oh, no, it's the least that we could do. After all, you sort of helped us out there.
Well, there is What? One, two. There's five. There's five of us. But do you have that many beds or that much room in your home?
I mean, room, aye. Beds, less so, but at least it gives you a roof above your head.
That's true.
Yes, it's the best thing to do while we're on the road, I suppose.
You know, why don't we stay the night as a repayment, and then we can find another place tomorrow?
It's fine by me.
All right. You said your workshop was in the Brazier district. Where is it about?
No. I work in the actual residential area, the living quarters.
Right.
Just that they can figure out if they need this to be scrapped or not.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it. Which one's probably best? I'll leave it at the Orhammer's manufactory.
We can take you there.
Oh no, I've made the journey before. In fact, you know what? So like hops off, and so like begins untying the ropes. We're close enough to it, so. And he just sort of like reties the horse onto onto the cart, and it's just like holding it above his head. I'll take this over and catch up with you there.
Okay, if you are sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. First most just like lowers it and so just like pulls out a small pouch that he so like could throw into the other side and just pass it over to his wife. Right, there we go. Don't want to leave anything in here when we leave it at the manufactory. And he begins to just walk off, like holding the broken part of the cart just above his head.
Badass.
Huh. Then where in particular are we heading with them?
You are heading to the western side of the city. The living quarters is sort of nestled between the command district and the coin district.
Okay. Then we will go ahead and head there.
Okay. So, as you begin to head towards the living quarters, we're going to take a small break.
Yay!
Okay. How are you all?
Good. I'm glad that all the work I've done for Embar's working out well.
Yeah, man, I wasn't expecting to pick someone up along the way.
Shilly-dally and shilly-shally.
So, you're led through, or you're directed by Bedini through the various streets and roads of Embar. Making your way through, you pass out of the Brazier district, through into the coin district, cutting across the Keelway. As you go through, Aki, with your passive perception, looking like up and down, you can see there's an assortment of decorations being put up on each of the various shop fronts. And as you look further down, you can see it. The Keelway ends in a large town square that is overlooked by a very large and extravagant building. You assume of some sort of high standing or high ranking individual. Yeah. But the square you can see has got various stalls. Various craftsmen are building several structures. You see a few stonemasons sort of like carting out debris from various things that are being built under tarps and such. But eventually you pass through, skirts along the edge of the Cirrus district into the living quarters. It's not particularly grand in its appearance, but it has a homely feel. You're directed through the various narrower streets here, sort of avoiding the various individuals going about on their day, until eventually you get to a large house. The one thing you notice about many of the buildings here, which is going to be easier to explain to Ed than literally anyone else, is that they're very Tudor style in their architecture,
Okay.
which is, for those that haven't read up on the Tudors, because the British ones, it's essentially
England.
it's a lot of like white stone and plaster with wooden, like dark wooden beams around.
Tell you what.
Yeah,
I'll get a photo or two of like Tudor architecture so they know what it looks like.
yeah.
Thanks, history teacher in the making.
It's all right, love. Hold on.
Man, Ed, I know it's the fucking British in you, but every time I just need to say afterwards, no hetero.
Okay. But eventually you are taken to a large Tudor house that has a much more standard looking like wooden bit to the side, which you assume is like the carpentry area. There's a large open sort of like area. You can see various bits of lumber that sort of like been stacked up to the side, and you can see a hitching post with a small stable. But then he sort of like points over. It's like, if you just put your horse and your cart over there, it shouldn't get in the way of anything. And by all means, join me inside when you're ready. And she just hops off the cart and heads towards the house. Yeah, that is what a Tudor house looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. That's a more like domestic-y looking one.
I guess we'll start hauling out and everything, but
That's good.
then we'll look at the group and say, so I know that we are waiting for the festival and everything, but do we have a particular goal in mind here?
Not necessarily. If I remember, I mean, we could look in to see what happened to the missing flagship, or we could Oh yes, we need to deliver that letter as well. Would you have any inclination as to where he lives?
Yes, I know exactly where it is. We can go there. I really don't think we should get involved with this ship thing. I mean, it's a ship. What are we going to do?
Deal it back.
Or get the renown and the money and the prestige from finding it?
I don't think prestige is going to be good for us, though. Also, I have someone who owes me something in this town, I believe, if I remember correctly, so I will be hunting them down.
Do you need assistance?
I don't know, I could use a little redhead on my side if you want to come.
Mev grins at that. When would we be going?
Obviously at the sexiest time, the dead of night.
Alright, I will keep
Sexiest
that in mind. But yeah, I think the ship is just a little too big for us right now.
We are tiny fighter. We cannot take on a sheep.
That is not what I meant.
Mock Mev, mock Mev. Listen, it's okay if you cannot handle an entire ship by yourself.
Mev looks at Aki like, you see this bitch?
Yes, I do see this bitch.
She doesn't actually say that, but that's really funny.
I know, I was joking.
Man.
Say what? Sorry, what? I zoned out there for a little bit. What did Anna say? Sorry.
She was making fun of Mev because Mev said, I think we're not big enough to deal with the ship yet. And she was like, oh yeah, you're super small.
Well, how confident are you that this person who owes you money isn't the ship itself?
I mean, money. You guys have met him.
Oh! The light bulb goes off.
Roll point on yourselves just quickly. Without clicking to RC, I think.
I'm trying to figure it out as well. No, I'm trying to figure it out. It's like
Mev knows.
we met.
Let's
Figure from the past, or
go with that. Not important, Aki. Mev thinks that Aki should not know.
fucking rude, apparently.
But yes. I don't think the ship is necessary right now. I think we should stay out of the guards' business.
Unless we are getting paid beforehand, let's stay out of it.
We could look for other jobs to do in the meantime. I mean, we have several days before the festival properly starts.
Ooh, I know. We should look for the town drunk and see if they got any really stupid pirate quests for us.
It's the capital. There are tons
Is-
of drunks
Is that
here.
normally how you acquire your jobs, through the town drunks?
Yeah, they always got the
No.
best jobs.
I
Nice-
want
nice
that
Freudian
to be.
slip.
I want that to be canon.
Is that canon? Do you say drunks?
I demand that.
That is canon.
Mev looks at Havelock like, "Are you serious?"
I'm just gonna take out my never-ending jar, fill it up with, like, apple juice, if that's possible. No, pineapple juice, and I'm just gonna start drinking that.
Wow. Well, we know what Havelock wants.
Wait,
But,
can he fill? Wait, you mean the alchemist jug?
Yeah.
Is pineapple juice one of the things it can do?
Technically no, but there's no harm in it.
We can say flavor-wise, basic juices.
Yes. Literally flavor-wise.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are
the
you
thing,
upset?
I mean,
What
the
are
thing
we
can
saying?
make
Anything?
the thing can make beer and wine. For crying out loud.
Which wine is technically a juice.
Yeah.
What I think, what we usually get our jobs at are typically other pirates, other sailors being like, "Hey, there is this thing here," or "Go do this," or, "This person owes me money, go stab them."
Or if you're
Not
really
that
lucky,
I
a
do
little
that.
old lady will give you something to do. They're usually pretty nice. They tip well.
I think we could start on a bounty board. We can find something to do in the meantime. Maybe there's like a monster on the outskirts of town.
Indeed. Or I don't know. Perhaps there's something they need us to do in preparation for the festival. Sorry, the
Aki,
word
we
escaped
are
me.
looking for work, not work. Easy. Kill things. Not set up town. Too much trouble. Too many guards around.
Yes, but perhaps
Okay.
I was more thinking as to whether there may have been problems that require an unofficial, underhanded nature.
Ooh, you want to put some tarnish to your name now? I think we're rubbing off on him, Mev.
I think Aki's kind of in the right direction, but we'd be better helping civilians than official things. Specifically here because, the pirate thing. I'm not too concerned, but I'm a little concerned about Havelock.
Hey.
Why, are you expecting to find wanted posters?
No, I just think one of us has a worse reputation than the other.
I'm too handsome for my own good. I can't help it.
Fascinating. So, what, because you were gift and such Adonis-like features, you naturally lead to crime and mishaps with the law.
It's always the hot ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I suppose they want good-looking folk for wanted posters. They sell better.
I mean, come on, would you rather fight, like, an ogre, or would you try and go hunt down a handsome devil like me, and Dawes, summons Dawes in my hands?
Give me way too much credit here.
Which one looks more friendly, easier to take down? Big, hulking, ugly muscle man, or handsome, skinny bean?
Well,
Do I have to fight you again?
if we think about this
You would lose.
more sensibly, I think I would go with the big, ugly ogre.
Really?
Yes, a creature that unusual would be easier to track, easier to find. They're bigger than Havelock, so they cause more disturbance when they're awake. And the average intellect of an ogre is less than Havelock, so they'd probably be easier to outsmart, not to think. But this is purely tangential. If given the opportunity, I would honestly do neither.
You'd rather sit there and run a tea stall, wouldn't you?
And there's a problem with that?
You wouldn't give us free drinks?
I suppose I would be welcome to letting some business expenses go towards entertaining guests and friends.
Mev nudges Havelock. He could do it a quid pro quo.
You could.
What would be my side of the deal? I give you tea, you give me what? A stall not smashed to bits in the night?
Of course. We'd be happy to give you some protection from these ruffians on the street. I mean, your tea set is a family heirloom, is it not?
The chest more than the set, but yes.
Information got out. Do you know how many people would be going after you to sell that?
Well, I mean, the only people who would know about my chest would be those among us here, and so... But why would you do that out of maliciousness?
To anyone who's going to steal something, they just kind of grab and go.
If it looks pretty or expensive or shiny, we just kind of go with it.
Yeah, just grab it. Take it. Everything's got the price.
I suppose. Well, what are we doing then?
Mev will hop out of the cart. Well, I was just brainstorming of what we want to do, and it sounds like we're going to, look for jobs probably tomorrow. What time is it?
It's late afternoon, early evening.
Yes, I would say tomorrow.
Alright. Should we at least, go inside, get some rest?
Well, we need to take up, is her name Benini or Bedini?
Bedini.
Bedini, okay. We need to take up,
B-E-D-D-I-N-I.
Bedini and her off on, their hospitality.
You know I have a name, as you see at this point. But the dwarf is just kind of like standing there, arms crossed.
Mev turns to him, bats her eyelashes. Oh, hello! How are you? Did everything go well?
Yeah, it's keeping it in there for now. Suppose I'll see what I'm gonna do with it tomorrow.
Right. Well, it's incredibly kind of you to let us have a roof up to you. Let us use your home for a roof over our heads tonight. Oh, I haven't introduced myself. Akrit Caventore. And he sticks a hand out to
Surprised that you haven't introduced yourself in the
to the
they
male
know
the
each
male
other.
dwarf. What's his name again?
So like
I have a ring. Scornegg. Sorry, Scornegg.
Scornegg Hornhood.
Delighted to meet you. I feel guilty for staying under your roof for something as simple as letting us hitch your wagon to ours. I can't pay you or help you with your dealings or anything like that.
Nope.
Denied.
Okay. All right. Well. What was your name? Wait. Scornegg Hornhood, was it?
Hornhood. Aye.
All right. I'll keep a name in mind. If the representatives of my company ever need services of a carpenter or a woodsmith, I'm sure to let them let your name be known.
Ah, company man, eh?
Of a sort. Head of a trading company. Back in Naza, but we have limited dealings here, but not insubstantial.
If you want to take the extra long trip down to Embar instead of, sticking up in the north side of things, and have at it, I guess.
All right. Yeah, I think I'll hop off the I'm off the car. I'll sort of I'll sort of grab my bag and go. Where would you like us? Do you have room in the living room that we could clear and make into a dormitory of some sort?
Living room, inside the carpenter place itself. Pick a spot where you're happy so long as it's on the first floor.
Alright, anywhere to the first floor. Alright.
Sounds good.
Alright. Mevla, have a look. Let's see what quarters are available.
Ooh, so you want to sleep with us then?
No, I just don't want to steal a spot you had your heart set upon.
Ooh, what if we all got together and had like a little slumber party?
That could be arranged. I suppose we have enough time in the day to get provisions.
Sounds like fun.
What time of day is it, actually?
Late afternoon, early evening.
I think
okay.
we've asked this 4 different times now.
You've asked twice.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
sometimes
Senses, so we're gonna forget what time it is.
me keen mind.
Yes,
Yep.
same thing. Clearly.
Alright, we'll go ahead and stock up in the living room, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
All get together. I suppose we get set up with like our bedrolls and stuff. Obviously, it's a little early to actually go to sleep.
Yeah,
Um,
like you sort of you basically sort of converse with the Hornhoods on like where you're going to be sleeping and such, and so like begin to like shift some of the stuff around. It's relatively spacious. The only catch is that for the taller folk, the roof is a bit close for comfort,
So all of you.
except Mevela.
Yeah. Fuck you.
You sort of have to stoop a little bit to avoid the door frames, but beyond that,
Yeah, so we all get set up, and I imagine since we're all in like close proximity in this,
Yes.
so sorry, I just heard the beep. I am door now. Okay. So have you ever done a slumber party before? She's particularly looking to Aki, but she the question's also geared towards everyone else.
Describe it. I may have experienced it, but under a different name.
You all get into your pajamas and you sleep together in very close proximity and you eat snacks and you play games. It's a very child's concept.
You might fight each other with fists or pillows.
Oh, yes.
It sounds like ship life, except with more pillows.
I wouldn't know. I was always in a private quarters. I always had to invite people in.
Me and my mate used to have them all the time. Kind of fun. If your hair's long enough, you braid it.
I remember I was hearing. I think we called them sleepovers back in Naza. I remember hearing there was something other children did, but I never could do it. Mixture of my I didn't know anyone who wanted to, and my parents didn't want the risk.
You
Didn't
had a
want
sad
the
childhood.
risk of what? You getting beaten up?
From the way my parents tell it, but when I was especially young, the other way around.
Oh, you would mean. Okay.
I don't like to dwell on it, but yes, as a younger man, I didn't have the level of control I do now, shall we say.
Interesting.
But yes, I suppose. I don't know what games we have, but I haven't packed
Well,
my
I
pajamas.
bought a ton, remember? Or you bought me a ton.
Oh yes, I did. You do have a load. I don't have any pajamas though. I would have to just be in my nightshirt.
Sounds good. But Kindling, you have the party before you go to sleep, and then the end of the party is when you sleep.
Then you party again when you wake up.
Yes, but I think the particular thing is it's in the bedroom of someone else's home with their child, and you put a mattress on the floor, and
It's sleep themed. That correct? Yeah. Say that's right.
I don't quite get that logic either, but it seemed to be popular.
Oh, it is fine. Don't think about it so much. We're just all hanging out and having fun.
And
It's
then
kind
and then when we get tired of having fun, we just fall asleep in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. It's not that hard. Come on.
Alright, fine. Well, do we need sweets and pleasantries? Do we need to get some musical instruments and play games, or what do we need for this extra blankets?
Well, I think we have all the blankets that we have here, and Mev kind of like kicks one of the bedrolls. But we could go and grab a collection of sweets and fatty foods. What do you think?
Well, if we have time for the when the market's still open, we could see if we can get some I don't know, some candied walnuts or some fried food or something like that. That's what you have in mind.
Yeah, we can go out and get that, explore. Honestly, You guys don't drink, do you? Boo.
We can still get drunk.
Not really fun for everyone if you are, you know, drunk and everyone else is sober, or vice versa.
You saying she's not a fun drunk?
I think I'm a fun drunk, but there's something a little embarrassing about being the only one drunk.
So, Aki, why do you keep calling me a she?
God damn it.
Yeah, come on, get your head in the game.
I do. Sorry. Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's a fault of my own. It's not any personal slight or anything.
Currently, you're all on the hitting list.
God damn it, Anna. God fucking damn it.
Well, who's going to go get the foods?
Well, since you seem to be a bit of an expert, perhaps you.
You could take Kindling along. He's pretty good at this.
Kidding. You want to go get food with me? Alright, sounds good. And you can all... I don't know. Aki can go spaz out about slumber parties or something. About how they don't make sense.
What do you mean by spaz out? What's that supposed to mean?
You're a spaz.
I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound all that pleasant.
You're, it's basically another word for neurotic.
Ah, yes, that does make sense. I suppose. A bit, yes. But I think I've worked it out. I know it in concept. I just thought it was a strange one.
Mev
I'm
grins at
completely
him.
unaware of it.
See? Spaz. The silence.
So mean.
I thought Maroon was typing something, but I think Dom changed his mind. Alright, kindling with me. Oh, we can do a little bit of exercise while we go do a jog. Alright, let's go! Mev immediately hops up, and she is going to head out quickly.
Okay, so what is it you're specifically looking for again?
Trying to get, like, a bunch of street foods, essentially. Possibly, if we can find it, some baked goods.
Okay. Make a history check.
Ah, yes, I've heard of cakes.
Is this, to find it?
This is to try and recall, because there's a
Okay.
lot of shops in Embar.
No. Where the fuck is my history?
Under the word history?
There it is.
Kinlan, you've never been to Embar, so you wouldn't be able to
He could
know.
smell.
That'd be a perception check at that point.
Smell good food.
So really, it's more of a question of whereabouts, like, you want to look. You do know there's several general stores around the city. Um, the coin district is like the very first choice that you think of, given that that is where the coin truly flows
Mm-hmm.
in Embar. But as you just sort of like think about like places outside of the coin district, predominantly you know that actually the living quarters has, as I say, a few general stores, and the shell district also has it. But you also know the shell district is rather run down and slummy.
Okay. I'm gonna try and go to a place nearby with the general stores.
Okay. You don't remember the name of the shop, but you do ask around, and it is called Old Dale's General Goods,
Oh,
which is
there's
in
general
which is
goods.
in the living quarters.
I mean, really, it doesn't even matter if it's properly cooked because we can cook it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we will go there then to look. And while they are doing this, because I imagine it won't take very long. Um,
Yeah.
Mev, yeah,
No, go on, you first.
okay. Mev looks to Kinling, and she pauses. You know, I don't feel like I know a whole lot about you. Like, I feel like I understand everyone else, but I don't really get you. Hmm. I guess I want to just get you, as a person. Where did you come from? Why are you here? How do you feel about these things? You aren't exactly the most expressive. And she leans in, like real close, unless I take you by surprise, that is. Well, come on. Mm-hmm. So you. How young do you mean? Four years ago. I feel like there's something more to that, though. I can't imagine that they'd throw out a child just for being angry. Did you hurt someone? I see. So you were. Then I hope this isn't rude. You were a danger, and so they kicked you out. But you are good at being angry, and I'm assuming that isn't something that you necessarily want to change. Four times in the last week. Who? Me? Mev like gestures to herself for a moment. I mean, I know I can be a little annoying, like you said, but I don't think I've done anything. Oh. Then who? What happened? Ah, that's part of the reason that you fought him. Okay. May I ask what he said then? You're right, it isn't important to me, but I feel like part of the reason that you might get so angry is because you don't really communicate about it. If you're not communicating about it, then where else is it going to go than, you getting angry and it goes to your fist, you know? So it may not involve me, but if it makes you feel better, I'd like to hear. Oh, okay. What did he say about Miyazaki? A crush? Mm, What? That we have a crush on each other, or you have a crush on both of us? Side note, this is really cute. Ah, why did that make you upset if it wasn't geared towards you? You don't know. Okay. Mev nods, and she seems to be thinking about it. You notice that she's not taking her usual approach of teasing with you. Okay. Then it could be for a multitude of reasons, but that's not really for me to decide. Maybe you like one of us. Or maybe you just think it's rude to presume those connections. But that's what's your choice. But I would repeat what I said before. If you're keeping everything bottled up, I don't think it's really going to help you. Oh, sure. If you'd like, you can talk to me about things. As I said, even if it doesn't involve me, if it helps you, I don't mind. Mev thinks about it. Despite the anger, how are you feeling about people? How are you adjusting? Nods. You know, I'm very impressed. If I hope this doesn't sound rude, but I'm impressed that because you do have supposed anger issues, you get angry so often, but you manage to keep it down. I think that takes a lot of strength. Easier right now? Is there something helping you?
Shit, I disconnected for a quick second. Let me get back in.
Okay.
Right?
No problem. Having a lot of fun with this scene.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
Mev is like
I love a good old
Mev is like a law shark.
I
Yeah,
love a good old fashioned like Nate character lore bomb.
Yeah. Mev said, well, what's making it easier? Therapy with Mev. Ah, I see. No pressure. Yeah, I get that. Oh, there is one more thing that I was curious about. I know that you're just traveling with us, but, what's your goal? I'm sure to get back to your village, but you could do that with anyone, right? Why us? Were we convenient, or do you have something you're gearing towards that we can help? Um, remind me about this book. I remember seeing it before. It has, however, been a little while. Ah, right. Yep, that's the unlockable book. Hmm. You know, it's a shame if you had been around when we were talking to Olivia. I would have recommended it. I'm sorry. She might have known something. Ah, but we're going to go and see her teacher soon. Perhaps they will know something. I imagine something that you can't unlock. Magic's a good answer. You don't know why you have it? Like a I don't remember why I have this, or like a I found this and I carried it around and now I'm like, why though? Ooh. Even came with a dagger. Spooky.
Spooky book.
Yeah. Mm, I didn't so much need it as, just sort of wanted it. But, yes. I think I'm satisfied. Ooh, happy. That's a good emotion. Come on, we should keep running, right? We've been dallying long enough. Yep, and Mev will go ahead and continue on. Get the food.
Mm-hmm.
What do we get, Tom? You can continue typing, Kinley.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
No, go ahead. I want to see what you have to say. Please.
I was about to say, just because of that stuff, it's like, yes, I'm satisfied. Meanwhile, Peach, for now.
Right? Yeah. I was thinking about it.
It's passable food that you can get. There's
Bastard.
you're able to get some like more like harder biscuits and such. You're able to get a small cake. I guess one thing I should point out as well is that Old Dale is actually a kobold.
Nice.
Looks to be in the equivalent of his 60s, wearing a scratchy, a scratchy looking shirt. You assume he's got pants, but you can't tell. But
It's
yeah,
if he doesn't.
like it's a big shirt. Like at the very least, you can see it goes down to his knees.
All right.
But because
Well,
of how
then-
small he is, it's hard to tell if he's got pants or not. You assume he does so.
I hope so.
But yeah, you're able to get an assortment of like it's more hard biscuits than anything. You're able to get some bread, though it's clearly been out for a few days.
I imagine since this is like right by the fucking sea that they have some fish here.
You ask about that, and Dale says, "Oh, yeah, if you want that, you need to go to the fleet district, to the docks."
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fleet district. There's a bunch of fishmongers there.
All right. Mev thinks about that and how long that would take. I don't think we have time today, but
It'd take about half an hour to 45 minutes just to get there.
just to get there, I don't know if it's worth it then, because like going there and back is a lot.
You know, Embar's fucking massive.
It's fine. I'm sure that you and Havelock can come up with something, and we have rations to spruce it up, right? All right.
So
Then we'll go.
overall, the snacks that you do get from Old Dale's will cost you about 3 silver.
3 silver. Give him an extra silver, so my silver's even.
I'm just gonna one day have you have a cursed item that just makes everything odd numbers.
I hate that. While you guys are heading out, Mev pauses. You know, you're a fast runner. Do you want to race back? You can hear the almost evil nature in her voice. I may not be as fast as you, but I think I could possibly beat you. All right. They're going to run back then.
Okay, what's your movement speed?
Mine's 30, his is 40. I imagine. Are we dashing?
I would assume if you guys are racing.
Okay, that's fine. So then he'd be consistently like 20 feet ahead of me.
He'd be basically getting a 20-foot gap every 6 seconds.
All right. Oh, okay. Fuck me up.
Which means bonus action dash too.
All right.
So 120 feet per turn for him.
If that's the case. Oh, fuck. Wow. That's really funny.
He gets a 60-foot gap right off the bat, and it just keeps going.
If that's the case, to try and keep up with you, only first turn because of the no movement cooldown. Okay, so it's only the first turn, but he
Okay.
still has a decent pace ahead.
Yeah.
If that's the case, Mev, to keep consistently, like, close to you, is going to, sorry, I'm just checking something. She is going to dash, and she is actually, if you ever check back, you see that Mev seems to be blinking out, and every time she gets closer, because she's using her echo.
Ah,
And at the very end, I'm going to try an action surge in order to dash again.
oh, how
While I'm
how fun
blinking.
can you do the blink again? It's just no, it doesn't matter so long as Valkyrie is still alive.
It doesn't matter
Quote,
as
unquote,
long as
alive.
Valkyria is still alive, and each time it is, yeah, no, I can do it. I can do it the max amount of, like, distance, so he'd be 30 feet away, and I can pop up. That's my bonus action, so...
So its bonus action is basically make him vanish, reappear 30 feet ahead of you.
Yep. And I can do that, and I can do my action surge. I don't know where that would put us, though.
Okay, so let me see if I got this right. It's just because obviously there's a lot of things going on here.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Kindling's easy enough. Like, feline agility to get a head start and then just dashing, like, at each occasion. That's easy enough. But, like, okay, so you're on 30 feet. You then use your action to dash another 30 feet.
Yep.
You then use your echo ability to go a further 30 feet, and then, obviously, make him show up again 30 feet ahead of you after everything, yeah?
Yep.
You would pull ahead of him eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah. Like, 'cause let's see. So he, right off the bat, gets 120 feet. You, in your turn, get 90 feet, so he's 30 ahead of you. He then goes 80 feet ahead of you, so he's 100 feet. You, 90, 10 feet. So after about under 30 seconds, you pull ahead of him without action search or anything.
Victory. I'm still gonna action surge, though, leave him in my dust.
Fucking nerd.
Is it,
Well, technically Valkyr is already up, so he just moves.
Right, but,
So-
like, with the movement, like, can he only move a certain amount? We'll learn so much about...
Well, that depends. Can Echoes dash?
Let's see what it says. I'm just gonna go based on what it says raw here, because...
I
my
don't
brain's-
think that it
Right.
specifically says if Echoes can
Echoes,
dash, but I'd
magic,
assume because he has the same thing as me.
Bonus action, manifest during incapacitated. So bonus action, manifest. It's not quite space. On your turn, you can mental command to move up to 30 feet.
Okay, so yeah,
And
so
if
it's
it's more
a free
than
thing.
and if it's more than 30 feet from you, it's destroyed.
Okay, so basically I would have to switch in between it every other turn.
Pretty
Instead.
much, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which, just based on that, so I also don't spend the last part of our session just trying to map this all out, I'm gonna say both of you do an athletics check.
Nice.
I'll say it's even Stevens enough. Cause I say I'm not gonna be here for like 20,
Athletics.
for like 30 minutes trying to map this all. Oh, well.
Yeah.
We'll say with the action surge, you're able to pull ahead right at the end.
Yeah, Mev, like, basically goes so fast that she has to, like, skid, to stop herself before she hits the house. And she stops, her feet buried in, like, the dirt. She turns around. I told you there was a chance. Her chest is just heaving. Just covered in sweat, her face red.
So, wait, so who won?
Mev did.
Mev. Yeah.
I was gonna be all smart with the math, but then it was like all this other stuff. I'm just like, fuck athletics check. You guys are probably close enough.
I guess I have beat you twice now. You impressed? Mev. Mev sits down for a second to catch her breath. That was, oh, you were fast. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did the treat survive your race?
Oh hell no! Like obviously the tougher biscuits, like some of them have broken. There's a few that are still there. The cake is just.
You know, it's good. We can make soup and put the bread in there and the cake. It's cake. And then much cake. Whatever. Whew.
Cake is cake, how dare you?
Yeah. Mev gives Kindling a big grin. So, how do you feel? Oh, hopefully they won't be too annoyed with us. Mev's just laughing the entire time. Good job, Kindling. Oh. Should we crawl our way back inside? Come on. She holds her hand up. Help me up with your big paws. Actually, I have to know, how do Kindling's paws feel?
Jesus.
Are they rough? Are they squishy?
Okay, somewhere in between.
Well, obviously he has beans, but I want to know the texture of his beans.
Something very funny about asking a grown man. So, while I have you here, what's your bean texture?
Yeah. I want to know. Mev, as you're like helping her up, she's fairly light. Oh gosh, that track is very loud.
Okay. At this point, night it is falling.
Yeah.
So.
She looks surprised for a second. You know, your hands are softer than I thought. And you feel her squish your hand for a second. Nice. Nice. That's me. That's me. Sorry. I was like, yeah. And she will stay holding your hand as she walks in, if you let her.
Squishy paws. I approve.
All right. Then we come in, red-faced and sweaty, breathing slightly heavily, with a bag of destroyed carbs. Hello. We're back.
Okay. In the meantime, I guess Aki would have like gotten all the bedrolls out and stuff like that, and set everyone up in like rows in the main living room area.
Yeah, made everything neat.
Havelock is in his normal position, taking a fucking nap.
And
Ooh,
Aki is
Havelock's
sort of reading one of his books and is like getting to the end of it when you walk in.
What's Marine doing?
Marine's doing marine stuff. Just existing.
Well, we got the things. And Mev holds out the bag to Aki.
Well, thank you. I will look in the bag.
It's destroyed biscuits, bread, and it looks like what used to be a cake.
Mev looks very proud of herself.
And yeah, Mev and he goes to Mev and go, "Did you have to fight a Luxodon for this?"
No, I guess I technically fought a kindling.
He sort of looks, gives an odd look at, gives an odd look over the kindling and go, Do I want to know? No.
It's okay.
That's what I heard, even though I have sizable powers, I have not quite yet figured out how to heal inanimate objects.
It'll be fine. They're all in their separate little packages still. We can just, take the bread and throw it in a soup, and the cake we can scrape off and eat. It's not pretty, but it's still good.
I can make a mean joke, but I'm not going to because I know what he would do.
You can't because Aki said that Mev's pretty before.
Yeah, exactly. If he was any more of a bastard, he probably would have said something like, it's not pretty, but it's still good. Something familiar.
Oh, yes! Kindling is right. We can use frosting on the biscuits, too. I mean, obviously. That is very smart.
Very resourceful.
Um,
Alright, then, so, how do we initiate one of these things? We'll have to get in our night clothes and then just sit in our beds and eat? How does this work?
Well, first, we all must make a blood sacrifice.
Havelock instantly shoots up at blood sacrifice.
Can I roll initiative? Not initiative. Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
Sure.
Basically, if she's being serious with the whole blood sacrifice thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Are we gonna subject Aki to light as a feather, stiff as a board?
What the hell's that?
You never played that?
See, I told you guys it's not a British thing.
Tom, you told that to me because I was telling you about it, and nobody else was there.
Well, I was referring it to both you and I could have sworn Peach was there at the same time.
It's a game played at kids' slumber parties.
So you can tell that Mev's fucking with you. She's very obviously fucking with you.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, okay, fair enough.
I am kidding. I'm kidding. You two look at me so seriously. Well, we sort of need to, like, make the food, but Havelock and Kindling have that covered, and I'm sure that they'll let us borrow their kitchen for a few minutes as long as we clean up. In the meantime, I can set up a game. Some games.
Alright. Assuming you're something of an expert.
Alright. And so while they get to cooking, essentially, Mev will take out a game, and she's just gonna make it like a simple card game for now.
Okay.
Gonna sit there and fucking play blackjack. No, but yeah,
To be fair, that'd be an easy one to do rolls for.
true.
Just I can imagine it's like, oh, Aki, do you know the rules to street poker?
It'll more so. This is gonna be more so not really focusing on the particular game and just people like hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a flavor stuff, not a hey, you got
Yeah,
lots
flavor.
of rules.
I don't have any proper games prepared right now, so for now it's just flavor. We're hanging out.
So in regards to
Ouija board.
in regards to like using of the kitchen, they let you. They've been actually cooking food for you all as well.
Nice.
Oh.
We'll add a shitty soup to the pot.
Well, it's actually soup that they're making.
Oh, nice. We have
like,
bread bits.
I just love the idea of like, hey, thanks for cooking for us. Can you use any of this? And like the most destroyed groceries in the world.
We have rations too that we can give them to offer.
Yeah, true. It's very funny. And it's like, we give Mev and Kindling one job.
Listen, you made the teenagers go out and get snacks. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Could be
They were
worse.
bound
They
to
could've-
destroy them or eat them.
I was gonna say, could be worse. Could have eaten them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all have a nice meal. It's onion soup.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
And you are basically you're free to make use of the stuff on it, so long as you clean up after yourself. You spend a good chunk of the night playing your various games.
Yeah.
So I guess the question I need to ask now, because this will kind of dictate how the remaining part of the session goes, is there are I assume the big part that you're looking forward to is Foundation Day, but there's 5 days, well at this point 4 days before the actual event. So how do you want to go about doing the 4 days? Is it a case like going through each day individually, or
Well, what I was gonna say is, for one, Hatblock has something that they want to do, but I don't think we have enough time for it right now.
probably
Yeah,
not?
it's more of like maybe we could end it early and then have next session really focus in on the stuff for the festival.
Yeah, which I'm fine with doing. I just want to know like how you guys want to go through the build
But-
up to the festival.
What I was gonna say, because I can't imagine that we'll be particularly doing much until the festival, is there was a time in Platinum Hold. Oh yeah, you could do one quick thing. Go ahead. We're just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and say what you want to do. But there was a time in Platinum Hold, I believe, where we had like downtime, and you were like, "Hey, what do you want to do this week?"
Yeah, exactly.
And then we came. Yeah.
Yeah,
we came to you later and said.
Yeah, like basically, I'm just asking, like, when you come back to me in regards to it, do you want to have it go like through? okay, well, on this day you did this, and this day, or is it a case of like, okay, what do you do during this lead up? What do you do during this lead up?
Okay. I would say what would be best is if it's general hanging out and shopping, just kind of pass through it. But if someone has something important that they'd like to do, i.e. Havelock stuff, then we could devote some time to it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So basically, go through basically focus in more on the basically how we did it in campaign 1, just where
Yeah.
we brush over the simple stuff, and then it's like, okay, we do that, and then I figure out what day you guys do that, unless you specify otherwise.
Someone's dead.
Okay. Yeah.
Someone's alive.
All right.
What did we agree on?
We're gonna do the same
that
as campaign 1, where it's like we brush over the hanging out stuff, dedicate like parts of the session to people doing big things, and it's just a case of like either being like, okay, well, I guess you do this on this day, unless you guys say otherwise. It looks
Yeah.
like that's what we're agreeing with.
If anyone has something important that they want to do, or anyone in particular that they'd like to speak to, then we can devote some time to it. But otherwise, it's just kind of like until we get to Foundation Day. But and I'm saying that as a blanket statement.
Oh yeah.
Kinling, for Anna, Kinling wants to ask Havelock what his quarterstaff's name is.
Oh. Well,
Jeffrey.
let me pull up my actual name sheet that I have.
You can roll on it.
Yeah, Nate, can you roll me a d20? They're not going to be great names, but you're going to get one. 18. Scrolling. Your quarterstaff's name is Jeffrey.
Anna.
I
didn't say they're great names.
I said Jeffrey earlier as a joke.
What's Kinling's reaction to this? Can't believe you didn't come up with a better list, Anna.
I just grabbed from my list of names.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't want to look at your list of names. Fucking Joseph.
Yeah, and there's also Judas.
Judas is actually a decent name.
Not for what Judas does.
Yes. But anyways. Alright. So, Kinling's quarterstaff's name is Jeffrey.
I both love and hate that.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's gonna have a sort of a weapon called Jeffrey, Billy, Samwise, and Marshall.
I feel like Kinling asks Havelock that while everyone's like at the table and everything, and Mev just looks at Havelock like with this expression of what is wrong with you.
You just ask someone what their staff is, Jesus.
What do you want, Mevalair? He asked.
Both the Horn Hoods are just kind of there, just like looking confused. Skornik's just got his mouth open with just as some bread just falls into it as he's just looking.
Yeah. Havelock hears in his head, I know that you are full of shit. You could have at least given him a better name.
You're full of shit.
You are such a baby. That's all that Mev can say. Like, did you really just know Yumi? But yeah. We have a wonderful, wonderful sleepover.
Do we want to do some quick rolls to see how the board games went?
We could do that. See who comes out on top. Just
Sure.
roll a d20.
Yeah, I guess roll a d20.
Oh, Mev did not do good in the games. Ah,
You did equally good.
oh, kindling. What the fuck? The fucking computer. Oh, Havelock.
The computer
Oh my
always
God,
wins.
fucking-
Have you not seen Gary
Jesus.
Kasparov versus Deep Blue? Like, jeez.
Marie
Jesus.
fucking schooled us.
Holy shit.
I read the instructions beforehand.
New rule. No playing with Maureen.
Sad robot noises.
No playing with people who read the rules.
Right? God.
That takes away the fun.
Alright.
Okay, so as you finish your various games and gradually one by one drift off to sleep, ready for whatever it is that you plan to do before the festival. That's what we're going to call it for this session.
Yay.
Yay!
And hey,
Sorry.
your voice held up, Peach.
It did.
It did. Oh, my throat hurts though.
Get water. Consume liquid. Soothe
Yeah,
throat.
Consume liquid.
I will go and grab that in a couple minutes.
Consume.
But yeah. Did you all like this session?
I did.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I need a nap.
Need a nap.
I need nap.
Go nap.
Yeah, no, I loved it specifically because of kindling.
And as I said, it's like, I find it funny where before it was like, with Nemesis, it's like Peach took the initiative because her character was essentially the leader. Now, Peach takes the initiative because she wants to know all the lore about them.
Yeah, I want to know everyone. It's very good that Mev just like wants to get into people's skin.
Yep.
Because Peach doesn't know when to stop learning about characters.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know when to quit. But still, Mev's very good at it. She's very friendly to people, and people like her. And I'm glad.
Yep.
Kindling! The lore!
This happens literally every game Nate's in.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Where it's like he doesn't say a lot and keeps his cards close to his chest, and then he does it all in one go, and everyone loses their minds.
I am really liking how Kindling's character is shining through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Nate's good at making characters.
Yeah, Nate's absolutely wonderful at making characters, especially at like the subtlety of them.
Mm-hmm.
You never feel like he's like not a presence.
Yeah.
Yeah. He always has presence. It's always the little things, like you notice things.
Sarah?
Like that's the thing, is that like I specifically squeezed Kindling's hand because of the previous part in the sewers when Mev grabbed his hand and he blushed. So that was my insight to repeat that action and see if I could get it again.
Peach just says, I wanted to feel the beans.
I did want to feel the beans, but I specifically did it for that reason.
Yeah, okay, Ashtal.
I want to feel the beans.
I feel the beans. Ooh.
Also, the thing about Havelock saying some dumb shit about Aki or Mev having a crush on one or the other, and Kindling getting pissed off.
Listen, we are all just gonna end up in a relationship. No matter what we try to do, it's not going away.
You're gonna change your names from the Talaria to the Polaria. Wait, no, I made a joke.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke, yeah.
I don't think it's a joke anymore.
Well, not.
Oh.
Talaria in all but name.
The one with the G would be Joffrey, not Jeffrey.
Where?
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Really?
Yeah,
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 it's
Jeffrey.
weird.
You know,
That's
we
how they
could
pronounce
always just
Jeffrey
ask
the
the
giraffe.
stick again.
Interesting.
Yes, that's exactly how Jeffrey the giraffe was spelled.
Maybe you'll have to ask Havelock. Again,
Mhm.
like how that's spelled.
Yes, ask me. I know all.
What is the answer to life in the universe and everything?
Fuck your mom, that's what.